Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, hi, welcome. My name is Brittany Posey, and today we are doing this DC comic Riddler look. Riddler inspired look, I should say. And we're gonna be using some fun new things, so if you wanna see how we got this done, stay tuned. Alright, I'm gonna start off showing my entire, I guess, daily skin routine. My nightly skin routine is a little bit different, but generally the same products. So I'm gonna start off with the RE9 Advanced Intensive Renewal Serum. The stuff I use every single day, twice a day, practically bathe in it. Next, I'm going to use the Tula Glow and Get It Eye Balm. This has been one of my hands-down favorites. It's a staple of mine. It's cooling. It makes your eyes look so awake, so bright. I was honestly pretty skeptical of it the first time I used it, and now I'm addicted. On top of that, I'm gonna take the RE9 Advanced Corrective Eye Cream. Next, we're gonna take the glamglow moisturetrip moisturizer. I used this in my last video and I really liked how it felt on my skin. It didn't feel too greasy. It spread very nice. Alright, we're gonna start with eyes. I'm gonna use this Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer. This is a little bit different for me because I normally use concealer to prime my eyes. So I thought I'd give this a shot. Oh, it's really thick. I'm just gonna use my finger. Oh. It's really thick. Oh. Okay, it glides very nicely. Okay, not bad. I'm actually not gonna use my finger. I'm gonna use this small shader brush by Luxie. Maybe spread this a little bit. First impressions, I like having more of a blank canvas, so that's why I like using concealer. There's no pigment or tint to this at all, so I don't really know how I'm gonna feel about it, but we're just gonna keep going through the look and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. Hopefully everything works out. I'm gonna be optimistic. And for eyeshadow today, we're gonna be using a few different things. I have not used this palette yet, but we're really only gonna be using a couple colors out of it. This is the Hit the Lights palette by Morphe. If you know anything about Morphe palettes, they are very large. They have a huge color selection. You get a good bang for your buck. I honestly bought this palette because I wanted to expand my diversity of colors. As you can see, there's quite a bit in the terms of color selection. It's quite various. I originally wasn't going to set my lid, but with this not having any pigment pretty much to it, I'm going to set my lid. I'm gonna take a flat shader brush and we're gonna go into this color. We're just going to pat that evenly all over the eyelid. Now I'm going to take this blending brush out of the Morphe I Got This eye kit, and we're going to go into this color right up here. And this is going to be our first crease color. Already I'm starting to see those lines, or I don't know if you could see them. They look like little veins. It's not. It's from the color catching. I'm just gonna try and keep a really light hand. So far, it's not looking good for the eye primer. Not looking good. And yep, it's happening on that eye too. Not gonna lie, I don't think I want to complete the eye look with this primer. Unfortunately, I was really hoping that I was just gonna like gun through it, but for lack of a better word, it's starting to look like shit. So final thoughts on the Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer by Elizabeth Mott. Not for me. Other people may like it. I'm personally not this kind of primer person. I very much used to be. I used to use the MAC primer and it was just my jam, and now ever since I started using concealer, it's not the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this and we're just gonna start over. Alright, I'm back. Naked face, round 2. Okay, we're gonna be using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Sand.
Sunshine, I've been waiting.
Okay, I'm actually not going to set my eyelids for this. I didn't want to for this look. I just was doing it to try out that primer and it didn't work. So we're gonna take that first crease color. I wanna say it's like a burnt sienna. You remember that crayon? Burnt sienna. And you're gonna keep it really, really light hand because we didn't set our eyelid, so you wanna be really light. You're gonna keep it in the crease and on both corners of the eye.
Forever and now, I'll never bring you sorrow. So don't let me down.
Can anybody else hear this creaking? I just got this. I just got this. And it's the I got this. The irony. Oh, that's funny. It just keeps squeaking and it's so weird.
I get chills when you call. Wanna give you my heart.
Now I'm gonna take the Morphe M514. Yeah, the Morphe M514 brush. And we're gonna go into this darker color right here. And we're gonna keep this right on the outer corner. A little bit on the inner corner.
Never bring you sorrow. So don't let me down.
We're gonna take this is looks like a small shader. I got it in the Morphe I Got This kit. And we are gonna take, I'm not even quite sure how to say this brand. Makiage? Did I say that right? Sorry if I slaughtered it, I'm not quite sure, but the brand is right there. And I got this in, I wanna say an Ipsy box quite a while ago. And I absolutely loved the color. I love the packaging. It's this gorgeous green color. So we're gonna take that shader brush. I'm gonna go in. Oh, and it goes on like butter. It's, the way it feels, it almost doesn't feel like a powder. It feels like a gel. Like I don't need to tap it off. Like it's not, there's no fallout. Wow, super impressed. Super impressed. I wish I had more shades of this because so I'm just gonna take it just to about right there. All right, we're gonna pause there and then we're gonna hop into eyebrows. And for the eyebrows, we're gonna be using the the Wet n Wild kit. It's the Ash Brown Wet n Wild kit. I don't think I've actually told you guys the name. It's the Ash Brown Wet n Wild kit. One little advice I like to give is don't be fooled by the name brand of it all. Like this is a perfect example with this brow kit. This brow kit cost me $2 and I have used it in more videos than any other brand because honestly I have used really, really nice brands before and they still haven't performed as well as this does. So don't be sold by the name of it. Don't be sold by, well, it's expensive, it must be good. Try it out. It might surprise you. You might end up liking it more than the other ones and then you're like, well, thank God, because I would have spent $30 on that. There are hidden gems in everything. You just gotta look. Is it me? Are my eyebrows getting thicker? Not that I'm complaining, but I feel like they are. Also too, if you're new to doing eyebrows, I just had to tell myself this, but your eyebrows are sisters. They're not clones. They're sisters. Will always be bigger. Also, it's partially my fault. I haven't waxed my eyebrows in a minute and that needs to happen like last week. So now I'm gonna hop over to eyeliner. I like to do my eyebrows before I do my eyeliner because I like to line up the tip wing of my eyeliner with my eyebrow. it kind of makes the whole eye come together. And I'm using the Stila, waterproof liquid eyeliner. It is my hands down favorite. I don't know why I haven't used this in other videos before. I think this is the first time I'm actually using it. This is my absolute favorite ever. Like, it has this ultra fine point tip. You can actually, it's bendable. It doesn't feel like it's a pen. You know how sometimes when you go to draw them on there and they're so stiff, it's literally like a pen? Not for me. Love this. It feels like you're more painting it on than you are drawing it on, which I personally like more. Alright, now we're gonna go back into, did I ever tell you the color? Color is called Jackpot. We're gonna go back into this, almost connect it with that wing without covering it up. We're gonna take the Morphe 507 brush and we're gonna go into this black color. Now, with a very light hand, you're gonna go right along the top of that green. And we're gonna take that first crease color, we're gonna run it underneath on the waterline. Take the second crease color, again, right on the waterline. Not pulling this one all the way to the inner corner. And finally, we're gonna take a smudger brush with that black we just used, and we're gonna touch just right in this outer corner. Clean off the same smudger brush, and we're gonna go into another palette. This is the same palette I used in my last video. This is the Morphe Such a Gem palette. Has all of these beautiful bright colors. We're gonna be taking this smudger brush into this shimmery purple up here, and this is gonna go in the waterline. How to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I play cool, cause I hope you pick it up soon, and you know just what to do. I'm actually gonna take it a little bit more on the lower waterline. I wanna create that purple accent. But I'm kinda going, I kinda have like a Riddler vibe today. You know, like Batman, the Riddler, you know, don't pretend like you don't know. Everybody knows who the Riddler is. Unless, well, I mean, I personally, I'm a Marvel weirdo. And you can't like Marvel without appreciating DC. I do appreciate Batman. That's all I'm gonna say. Because the whole look was based around Jackpot. As soon as I swatched it, the first thing that came to my mind was the Riddler. But those of you who know me very well know that I love the whole Marvel scene. I love superhero stuff. Deadpool is my hands down favorite. Even though he's an anti-hero, but he's my favorite. So when I saw this, the first thing that popped in my mind was the Riddler. So I wanted to just run with it and just see what I could do. Now we're gonna move on to the rest of our face. We're gonna prime our face with the Becca Perfecting Base Primer. This is their blurring primer. You gotta shake it up first. It does have a tint when it comes out, so don't be alarmed. With this particular primer, a little does not go a long way. So you're gonna have to keep pumping more product out. It almost just like soaks into your skin so quickly. And for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Flawless Satin Foundation in the shade Sand from e.l.f. This is the only foundation I have right now that is a true match to my skin tone. I honestly really like it. Actually, no, this is my hands down favorite right now. Like, I've yet to find another foundation that I like as much as I like this. It's not full coverage, but I'm not a full coverage kind of girl. I'm a medium to sheer coverage kind of girl. Now we're gonna contour. We're gonna use the Anastasia foundation stick in the shade Mink. This dries quickly, so my recommendation is do one side and then blend it out. I normally like to carve out my whole face and then start blending, but it dries really quickly and it looks patchy if you wait, I've noticed. So don't wait, just literally throw it in there, blend it out, save yourself the hassle, trust me.
What I want, boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean.
Now we're gonna conceal with our Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium Sand.
But you gotta step up. I'm through trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool.
Now while that's still wet, we're gonna set our face. We're gonna use the Anastasia setting powder in the shade Translucent.
Boy, just be honest. I know you want it.
Next, we're gonna carve out our eyebrows. I kind of did it a little backwards, but that's all right. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Eye Priming and Color Correcting Pencil in the shade Base 2.
Just give it to me, 'cause you know that I'm hard to love, I'm hard to love. Boy, you know that I'm hard to love, I'm hard to love.
We're gonna warm up our face with the Hula bronzer, the original formula.
I'm not being mean, I'm just being me. I don't make it easy, but I'm worth a while.
Now we're gonna take the Pacifica Cherry Gold highlighter and blush duo. We're gonna go into the blush, which is the Cherry Spirits.
Trying to tell you what to do, how to make me fall for you. You should learn that on your own. I'll play cool.
Next we're gonna do brow gel. I'm using the Milk Makeup Brow Gel in the shade Grind. I used this in my last video and it's very dark. It fluffs your brows up quite a bit. So if you're into the fluffy brows, this is your girl right here. The fluffy brows in this little bottle. Very impressed with it. I liked it. It was almost a little startling at first. It was like, woo, those are some brows, but it ended up working out for the best. I ended up really, really liking it. So now I'm going to move on to lashes. Now, the last time I used these lashes in the video, I was not very impressed with them, but I'm willing to give them another shot. I think I can. This is the House of Lashes in I think it's the Allura Lite. And like I said, I tried these a couple videos ago. I wasn't super impressed. I think it's because it was so hyped that I was just kind of let down a little bit. But it's not that they weren't gorgeous, it's just that they were kind of hard to work with. So I'm thinking now going into it that I kind of know what I'm walking into, it'll be a little better. So I'm gonna pop these on and I'll be right back. All right, and to connect our lashes, I'm gonna use the Benefit They're Real mascara. Okay, last little thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go back into the Such a Gem palette. And we're gonna take this color right here. It's a very light sheer purple. Now we're gonna move on to lips. And for our lip color today, we're gonna be using the MAC lipstick in the shade Studded Kiss. It's a matte lipstick. It is quite red.
When I'm trying to build it up, I wish I could make you stop, 'cause baby I love you. Guess I'm gonna dance alone tonight. I'm gonna miss your body. You know I can never.
And we're gonna take the Beauty for Real lip cream in Really Red. And we're just gonna pop it over the center. For highlighter, we're gonna take the Too Faced Candlelight Glow. All right, now we're gonna set our face. We're gonna be using the Laura Geller Spackle Mist. There you have it, guys. This is my DC comic Riddler inspired look. I hope you enjoyed it. I had such a fun time creating this look with you guys today. If you have any other ideas for me, just leave a comment below. If you want to know any of the products I used today, if you didn't catch it the first time, I'll have all of those listed below also. But thanks again, everybody, and have a good day. Bye.